We don't know the extent of Cody's injury. It was a crash. You might have saw it better than me. He said it all happened so fast, he don't even know what happened. They were trying to ask him. He's like, I don't know. Somebody ran me over. That's all I know. So my thoughts are just, praying for him, hopefully he's okay. And it's not anything too serious. So we won't know until we can confirm stuff. So.
Seemed like a lot of guys showed some off-season improvement tonight. Cantuba looked a lot more fluid. Jules.
Yes, he's come a long way. The thing about my staff, we've all been places where you have to develop players. We all coached at the lower levels, Murray State, Eastern Illinois. Darren was at Quinnipiac, Rod's been at Long Beach, and Rod and I coached high school. Player development's just natural. We believe in it. We look at it, if a guy's got the right attitude, which Kenny does, he helps us win games just by being himself. You see him on the bench. So when you see a guy like that with his attitude and work ethic, you see him have some success. That's really what makes you most happy as a coach. Obviously Johnny's awesome. He's gonna have a long career. Jaime's a great player. You see a kid like Kenny really improve the way he has. That's really, for us, that's what it's all about.
And another guy who seemed like he took a big step forward, Jaylen Clark.
Yeah, I've been telling you guys that right in our Monday sessions. And just so like Jaylen, he had some concussion symptoms, so he missed the exhibition. Then he got the terrible cold that's been going around. So we didn't know, he was kind of dizzy. We thought he took cold medicine on an empty stomach. So the guy hadn't practiced literally in 2 weeks. He's out there today and shooting around in our pregame practice. I said, what are you gonna do? What are you doing? He said, well, I'm playing, man. I'm clear. I feel, he just can't breathe because the guy's unbelievable. There's possessions this year where he'll play point guard on offense and center on defense. I mean, he's just extremely valuable. And I also believe if he played for Coach Kelly, he would start somewhere on their football team. That's just the kind of guy he is.
You've been talking about improving defense this year. That was kind of an objective. What's your opinion of defensive performance in this?
First half great, second half not so great. I think I got pretty upset with the guys. I called a timeout. We throwing lobs and just we lost our focus. But I think early on we were all over. What was it, 47-19? So in the second half, I'm just trying to get guys minutes. Especially trying to get Jaylen Clark back in shape because he hasn't practiced. Trying to get Kenny as many, in the miles, and start working on some things we were going to need to work on for Friday night, to be honest with you, in the second half.
And Jules Bernard, so efficient. I mean, I think he scored as many points as he played.
He's awesome. I said this with Josh in the pregame. Not to bring up a bad topic of getting into the national semifinals, but Jules not playing in that game was a huge loss for us. I mean, he was out there, guys, but I don't even know if he remembers. He was on the double IV bag all day just to take the food. He was not himself. So he turned whiter than me, and that's hard to do during the game. So it's a credit to him. Again, it goes back to this, the guy's a great guy. He works extremely hard, and he's coachable, and he has talent. He's just going to keep getting better. So, I've been telling you guys, I spent the whole pregame with Josh talking about Jules. I do it to these guys in practice. He was our leading rebounder last year after Christmas. So, I can tell you our program wouldn't be where it's at if it wasn't for his development.
You guys had 5 different players in double figures. I think it was 7 guys with 7 or more. How nice is that, having so many options on offense to kind of run the point, like you were saying the other day, and just put the ball in the basket?
We've worked really hard this year on whoever gets the rebound is the point guard. And I think, you know, the more we can carry that over to the games against Villanova, it'll help us. Where we don't have to, I don't have to draw everything up. These guys can create for each other. So we're still growing in that area. We have no problem with finding guys that can put it in the basket. But when you play real teams, you gotta have guys that can get people open. They gotta beat their man, make somebody help them find the open man. That is the evolution of your game for Johnny, Jules. Tiger is, you know, his shooting, which you saw that he's really improved on. You saw some of it tonight. You know, Peyton's great at finding the open man. So we don't lack for guys that can make open shots. We just got to make sure we're creating the open shot.
Coach, dominant performances. I know the exhibition tonight. Obviously, you got Villanova coming in on Friday against Broken Basket. I'm just, you know, do you feel like these were good tests for such a great test that's coming up Friday?
Well, we thought that, you know, we wanted to play Bakersfield because Rod's known for being a defensive guy. And I have a lot of experience with Villanova from my Big East days. I know what they're all about. So I know what their culture stands for, and I understand how hard they play and how physical they are. So I thought this would give us a little bit of a microcosm of it. Not obviously nowhere near the offense, totally different. They couldn't make enough shots to put enough offensive pressure on us, but definitely defensively. You know, the physicality. You know, they tried. You know, so obviously Villanova's top 5 team in the country. So I think they got 4 starters back. So we got our work cut out for us on Friday, I can promise you.
You talked about your familiarity with Villanova from your Big East days. Is that how they got ahead of the schedule because of your friendship with Coach?
Yeah, Jay and I known each other for a long time. When the Big East broke up, we talked about playing, and we were sitting at a game, and he was like, he goes, why would we do that to each other? Just because of how hard both our teams play. Like, why would we do that? But now, you know, I think there's a group of guys. As you know, we're playing Gonzaga. It's just that if you're secure where you're at, the players want the game. Recruits want to see the game because they want to play in those kind of games. Our fans want the game. So why not play the games? But everybody doesn't think like that, you know. So obviously, you know, Jay was willing to do it. And we had to take a gap year to make it happen because something with their schedule next year. But these, you know, look, the games like, that's what these guys practice for. That's what recruits want to see, and that's what our fans want to see. But it's hard to get. You know, it's hard to get. So, you know, I know we got a big crowd playing for Friday night. We're going to need it. And I appreciate our students. Our students have been awesome. Exhibition and then tonight. So it's a key to it. Excitement. You know, my dad, he can't even jump up. He's 80. You got to have your students up there. I think Maxie's jumping. I think Maxie don't sleep. He's jumping around.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's jumping.
Hey, Coach, with injuries to your posts, how significant is it when you look back and you saw Miles Johnson's name in the transfer portal?
Yeah, well, put it this way. He even said this. Miles isn't in here. When I called him, we were playing in the Final Four when his name went in the portal. So it was like that week. And his name went in the portal. I called him like within 10 minutes. It was when they said he can legally call him. And he couldn't believe, he was shocked it was me because we were in the Final Four. So, but there's, you know, look, there's guys, he's a perfect fit for our program. These guys know him. He fits as a person. We needed his size as a player. Obviously, you know, with these guys came back, they're chasing something this year. You need a veteran like him. So, but yeah, not just when Cody got hurt, but I'm happy Miles is there every day. You know, it's tough being the smartest guy in the gym all the time. Johnny, I was waiting to see if they got that. All right, guys.